So this video is mainly about something that I heard about in class the other day, and my professor mentioned this out to everyone, and it just really made me think. And it's something like you've never really thought about because it's always there, and when you live in one country you don't live in another. Unless you're there, you can't really effectively compare generalizations and personas and different things like stereotypes. You can't really tell what they're like in different areas unless you live there or visit there, because it's not possible. I mean, unless maybe you watch, tons of videos on the country, but nobody really does that, but what I was just thinking was that he said it was really biased, and what we say and what we do as far as with professions, still, and with kids and raising kids and different things, we tend to put labels on others and just generalize and put people in a box. From the moment you're born, you're destined. You're supposed to be a girl and play with girl toys and wear girl clothes, and if you're not wanting to do that, most of the time the parents will force you to do it and to be in that stereotype of what they think you should be. And I got to thinking, yeah, I kind of grew up that way. I'm kind of an example of it. I was a bit of a tomboy as a kid. My mom was always picking out these girly clothes for me to wear and stuff, and I'm like, oh, no, not again. And she's just like, come on, you gotta look like a lady. Dress up. And I'm just like, ugh. But it was, yeah, painfully scarring. But anyways, kids just these days, it's getting better, but still, we generalize kids and what they should be and what they should do and how they even should maybe talk, and people just don't really let their kids branch out and be who they are, or who they were, made to be. And also, I think it's even harder for guys to be if they're younger and say maybe the kid's gay and he wants to play with some girly stuff, or transgender or whatnot, something like that. The parents really, most of the time, will not accept that and will constantly push the child to be a certain thing. You have to do this. You have to wear these pants. You have to have your short haircut. You have to do this. And I think, even I would struggle with that as a parent. If I had a kid that was male, especially, that wanted to be more feminine, I think that would be really a challenge for me, just because mostly I would worry about what others think about me and my parenting skills. But other than that, just because it's not really accepted, but I would really not want to do the same thing that was done to me as a child, and I would allow them, I would try to, within reason, to be who they are. And throughout my childhood, it was just, after I got to be an adult, it was just like, oh my god, I'm so glad I have no more nagging and to do this and do that and be this and be that. And yeah, parents will tell you to do certain things, and that's cool and that's good, to go to school and get good grades, and so on and so forth. But with personal things like what you wear and certain things like that, haircuts and it's just not really great. I mean, growing up, you have to face that all the time, and I really feel sorry for kids that have to constantly deal with that. But yeah, so going back to the point, our society is the enforcer of that, constantly putting in a box of what kids should be and adults should be, families should be, and look like. And you know, here in America, it's really just man, woman, kids, not man, man, woman, woman, and that's really in some areas looked down upon, and I'm sure that it's not accepted in some places, and obviously it's not accepted here because we don't have rights. So but my sister showed me a video today that really made me think, and it just how people see things, they don't really think, what if that was me? What if I was the different one? How would that be? And I think just putting yourself in somebody else's place and saying, what would that be like? How would I feel? I mean, that's just taking a big step and being mature, and instead of looking down on somebody, try to think about, well, what if they, they're just that way. And kids often get beat up and looked down on because they're different, and I think that it's sad, really sad. Somebody once said to me recently that you shouldn't really let what people think get to you, and I struggle with that, and I think a lot of people do, and I've struggled with that my whole life, and I mean, it's not going to stop, it's just always there, but striving to overcome is a whole different thing. And I think that once you get it in your mind that you're not going to let these things stop you from achieving what you want, then it's unstoppable. So yeah, I totally sympathize with people that feel like that they're not like everybody else, and just kind of maybe a little bit outside of the box, or what they would say. Yeah, I totally know how that goes. So any comments, just leave them. Thoughts,